Hi everyone, I'm just out for my workout, just about to go over these amazing stepping stones. Just thought I'd share that. I'm at the University Park in Nottingham. It's absolutely teaming it down. It's cold, wet, windy. Just being careful now as well because of the stones. But yeah, just thought I'd share that. It's definitely worth coming to have a look. Really a nice little spot. Bit quirky, bit different. Something to break down the monotony of an 8-mile run. I'm about halfway through, I think, so gonna crack on. Cheers. Thought I'd share that with you guys. Just a nice little spot, you know, things like that tend to break down our runs nicely. Managed to pass quite a few places of interest, and despite the fact it was a battle, the miles quickly disappeared. You know, I must remind myself not to go exploring too much when it's wet and cold like it is. First couple of miles in particular was really slippy. Some parts I couldn't even run in. So I managed to grow into that one, grind it out on the back of a workout last night, doing some hills for the solidarity session. It was a bit heavy on the legs, but really pleased with the way that's going. I've said that a lot recently. This time last week, of course, I mentioned the fact I'd signed up for the Manchester Marathon. So I suppose it's the early stages of marathon training. Not putting any pressure on myself with that, but using the Wednesday workout. And of course, welcome to DOdaily. It's Des here. Wednesday workout. Of course, through January, we've been building up to complete a fractured marathon, it's called. For those who aren't fully aware of what that is, it's basically you break down a marathon into pieces and you complete it over a certain period of time or through various runs. What we're trying to do on a Wednesday to keep us interested, to help those who aren't used to the distance, who've not achieved that kind of distance before, is push on and give it a real go, you know, like do something that they might not have done before. We've been talking a lot in the last few days about challenges and how they can get on top of us. But hopefully, just like we use it every week on a Wednesday as some midweek motivation, you know, in January we can see it through to the end of the month and achieve something just by completing that distance, you know. A few guys have already done it. Kay's out there at the moment doing hers. You know, it's 8 miles today, as I've already stated, so it's a pretty good effort, and it's always great running in the rain, isn't it? To be honest, I'm just checking in today. Not a great deal to say. You know, I've made my point about Blue Monday, and I've been really trying to encourage people not to be put off if they have if they're finding it tough with the challenges. Again, all I'm going to do really is just reiterate the importance of getting out there, getting active, getting some fresh air, you know. It was gloomy whilst I was out, but like I said, being out in the daylight, seeing those places of interest, I took a few pictures. I'll share them across the video today. You know, it just made it all worthwhile. Like I said, those miles quickly disappeared despite the fact it was real hard work. And sometimes that's all we need, a bit of inspiration. I visited Woollerton Park and the University Park here in Nottingham. Really sort of well known for how nice they look, their natural beauty, and we're always talking about nature, aren't we? And what that can do for us. Got home, had a shower, sort of wrapped up a little bit. Typical working from home type thing at the moment. You can't see it, but I've got my onesie on and my bottom half, but I won't show you that. It's not really something you want to see. So yeah, it's just an encouragement to get out there, make the most of it, use the rain. You know, as much as the daylight can be absolutely fantastic, getting out in the rain for me, you know, when it's absolutely battering my face, you know, it makes me feel fantastic. It makes me want to do even more, you know. And as my run progressed today, I was getting quicker, you know. I was really growing into it. I was glad at the end of it, you know, but I was really growing into it. And it's just those things, isn't it? Trying to turn those positives. And again, trying to turn things into positives that could potentially be negatives. And I suppose after discussing sort of hitting the point of sort of starting to worry about targets and seeing the month out and completing challenges. We've got to be positive, haven't we? We've got to sort of keep attacking it. What are we now? 20 days into 31. Do you know, we've broke the back of it. We're really going strong. Do you know, I'm absolutely over the moon with the way things are going. I've lost some weight. I can measure some progress on that. I'm feeling a lot better about my runs. Do you know, I got out yesterday and it's hard to explain. I did a social media post, but it's hard to explain. For as much as you love running, runners will know, do you know, when you get out there and you just have that great run, it doesn't necessarily have to be the fastest, it doesn't have to be the longest, just something about it where it gives you that feeling. We don't actually get it that often. Do you know, it's just a case of when it comes along, enjoying it, remembering that feeling, you know, taking it forward and keep striving for that. And that's exactly how I felt yesterday. Of course, we had a great solidarity session. People involved really sort of making the most of that. Others really putting the effort into, do you know, and that's what it's about, isn't it? It's just about putting some effort in, putting yourself out there. Do you know, once upon a time, do you know, when I was in a darker place, somebody said to me, I was worried about attending, somebody invited me to something and I didn't know anybody, I didn't know whether to go along. And someone said, come along, and I was a bit like, oh, I don't know. But they said to me, Des, you have to. If you want to get somewhere, if you want to start doing the things you want to do, if you want to start meeting people and talking to people again. Do you know, and it's just a case of that sometimes, throwing yourself into it. That's what the solidarity session's about. Do you know, I try and encourage people to get involved in all different ways, but it's just about throwing yourself into it, wanting to enjoy it, making the most of it. And last night, again, do you know, we created a great story. I've posted that across the social media today for people to look at, and it looks absolutely fantastic. Tomorrow we move on to Thursday Thoughts. I'm looking for your questions. Got lots of feedback to a question I put out on social media, the throwback question from last week. What one word would you use to describe running? If there's any more who want to post that, please comment on any of the social media posts, on any of the video posts. I'll be happy to read those out. There is a purpose I've done that. Do you know, again, most of those words that have come back are really, really positive, and that just shows, doesn't it? Do you know, it's important to remember to use that, use what you believe it is. And of course, any questions about anything I'm doing, anything about training, marathons, half marathons. For next Thursday, I've lined up a guest to answer a few questions. Really looking forward to that. You know, I think it'll be particularly useful, particularly for those locally, but it'll just give people a bit of an idea of how things are going forward with events. Do you know, so do look out for that one. But in the meantime, join me live tomorrow at 6 p.m. I'll be out to wake up to walk. Do you know, hopefully by Friday, the weather's picked up. As you can see, I'm inside now because yesterday it was a bit windy. You know, I really enjoyed the video. I thought, I always say I'm not that confident in the message I'm delivering sometimes, but yesterday I thought the message was great. So if you could sort of listen beyond the wind, you know, it was an important message of how we can keep going on, keep attacking it. And that's what we do on a Wednesday, isn't it? We try to attack it so people don't get bogged down with whatever's thrown at them. Do you know, it's just giving that option. It's all no obligation stuff, but the more you make of it, the more you throw yourself into it, the more you'll get out of it. You know, you get out what you put in. You know, it's that same old thing, isn't it? Use it or lose it. Another cliche we tend to use within the running club. But yeah, that's all I've got to say today, guys. Not too much to go at. Just to keep going. Get out there. Get out for a walk. Do you know? You'll really, really be glad that you did. You know, check out some of the pictures across the video. Like I say, if you are struggling, if the rain is getting on top of you, think of how you can mix it up a little bit. Can you go and see something you've not seen for a while? Do you know, can you run to a certain point or a beauty spot? Do you know, can you run with a friend? Do you know, that's still just about possible, isn't it? So whatever works, keep being inspired, keep trying to inspire others. And we'll crack on, you know, and look forward to what else we've got to do throughout the week. Have a good Wednesday workout, guys. Don't forget to tag us in any activity. I'd love you to tag in Wednesday workout and throughout the week on any of the hashtags we use. And I'll get those posted up in the story and let people see what we're doing. Just doing it.